Well, hello everyone. So I'm just going to do a little quick vlog for my Chill on Butte page because I'm just going to do a little update really of there's been a lot of progress made in the last sort of 6 weeks. Yeah, it's been really cool. I'm just chilling like a villain in my bed because I've just been on Facebook Live for a bit and I had loads of tech crap happen to me the first time I tried it. I was just like, rah! So yeah, I was like, cool, okay, let's just stop for a minute and start again. But yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It was the first one I did with my new teeth. So the teeth thing is definitely a bit of a thing in the way of singing because I got really used to singing without them, and it's a denture, so it's a big bit of plastic in the roof of your mouth, and it really affects how you sing and stuff. Anyway, all of these things just got me thinking, I'm a singing teacher, I'm a vocal coach, why am I not doing that? Do you know what I mean? And so I sort of examined the reasons why I wasn't doing it over time, by the way. It's been on the go for a while. But it's happened. It's all come to fruition now. It started. It's brilliant. I'm super happy. But yeah, I'm basically just sort of dipping my toe back into the world of musicianship coaching again. But I'm starting off with vocal tuition and coaching only. And then I'm going to move on to piano, I think, next, because there's people wanting piano lessons off me. And I'm just like, I don't know how to do it online, So, but yep, I've got a private group called the Psyche of Singing, and it's basically going to be running alongside this page. However, it is a private group for now, but it's going to be opening up to the public when I'm ready. So I have some test students, my guinea pigs, I call them, are how when you're doing scientific experiments, you would use language like test subjects. My brain does that sort of scientific analytical kind of thing. So yeah, but I'm so grateful to them. There's 5 students, man, and they've all just put their faith in me, and they're like, cool, let's learn this shit. And I'm just like, whoa. And everybody is on the same page with, listen, we can't really have times and lesson slots and things happening on certain days, because I can't do that because it causes flare-ups in me, and then I can't do shit. So I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it seems like it's going to work super, super well. So really excited about it. But yeah, I'm directing everyone on that page to this page as well, because it's the Psyche of Singing, and there's a whole connection to wellness and self-understanding and a little bit of physiology. I am in no way medical trained. I'm in no way trained in mental health or wellness, I suppose, if that's however, I have done stuff. I did I had higher psychology when I was about 21 or something, maybe younger. And yeah, I did a communications and literature thing also. I do have other qualifications, but they're all art stuff and music stuff, so it's not that important here. But yeah, I did start a uni course just at the totally wrong time, man. And it was I can't remember what it was called now. I did 2 semesters of it. I learned heaps, man. I learned lots about physiological stuff that I already kind of knew about but couldn't explain. So it totally served its purpose for me. Now I can explain why it's important to drink water and what happens to your body when you don't versus what you do, right? And I can explain it quickly and easily, and people can learn from it. Well, that's the hope. But yeah, it just I need to make a living. We all need to make a living, and it's a pesky pain in the hole. It really is. It's a pest, because you're just money, right? But yeah, so I thought, well, I need to start working again. I haven't taught for I don't even know, 2.5 years or something. Anyway, exciting little side project in relation to this. This made me think about when I first started vocal tuition and why I did it. So I used to run lots of events, and really predominantly focused on young musicians, sort of under 18s and under 14s, because these are the two sort of gig level ages for gig ticketing. And they just had nowhere to play, and then no one to like mentor them and be like, you know. And I didn't get into music till I was 28. Didn't know I could sing or anything, right? So I went to college and did singing for like an NQ, part-time NQ. And I was just like, whoa, what is this world? Why am I not in it? You know? And it just, yeah, it begat everything for me, really. But I just can't do that physical shit anymore, because I did everything, do you know what I mean? So I did all the booking, promoting, marketing, I did the sound engineering, I brought the gear, I hosted, I sometimes played as well, like, you know, as one of the acts. But generally the kind of things we ran were like kind of 5 or 6 acts would get like a 15-20 minute slot or something. We did some really cool stuff, like community stuff, and some really, really cool stuff with Glasgow Life, you know. We did Youth Arts Festival for 2 years, or we might have been like 3 years running, I think. Just brilliant times. Did loads of stuff over here on the Isle of Bute before I moved here. We did Tea in the Port, which was a festival, and it was all covers. That was like the rule. So I was like, oh, can I have a little stage? Can I put on a little stage here? Like, just give me like a gazebo. Because I've got a battery powered amp and keyboard, and you know, so it was just, that's what we did, and it was awesome. And I instilled in every single act that I booked that I wanted them to do a mix of originals and covers, and because that was our unique selling point, because everyone else was doing covers. Do you know what I mean? It was awesome. It was so good. But yeah, I just can't physically do shit like that anymore, and it is what it is, and I've accepted that. You know, I've made acceptance with my lot, and I'm so much happier for it. And that's kind of what this, oh sorry, I keep shaking the phone. I'm saving up for a gimbal thing for your phone, so it's kind of just like a thing that stabilizes your phone when you hold it, like, and it's like a stand, and I think you can do distance shots with it, so it's got a remote control, so you can like, yeah, get distance shots with you in them if you want, you know. So yeah, all very exciting. I'm just loving being able to go out and take photos and driving my wee car just when I want to, and you know, like, I feel really privileged to be in this position where I don't have a lot of other things to think about. But I also know that that's by design, kind of, you know. When you have chronic health, you have to learn how to be self-aware and self-caring, not selfish. It's not selfish, do you know what I mean? I hate that word. Like, there's loads of words in the English language that were designed correctly but have been bastardized over time, and I want to have them removed from from words, you know. Drives me nuts. One of those little things. Anyway, this week's module has dropped for Rosie's Academy. For those of you who don't know, myself and a couple others on this page did a 5-day challenge called Radically Authentic Songwriting with Rosie Bands from Be Radical Make Music. Now, game changer. Game changer. It just made me think, like, I can totally do what she's doing, but she just let me see, believe that I could, right? So I'm like ever grateful to Rosie. So Rosie, if you're watching this, man, you know, like, yeah, that just wouldn't have happened, man. I just needed something, and that was it. And it was so intense and so awesome. Whew. But it just allowed me to realize that what was I waiting for? You know what I mean? I've got the potential to teach people music and earn a living from it, because I used to do it. So, what the hell? Anyway, I'm getting a bit shaky holding the phone, so I'm probably going to go, what are we at? 9 minutes 14. Excuse me. Quick hydration break. If you're ever wondering what's on my bottle, so it's like an Evian bottle with kitchen roll and a elastic band around it. Because you get the condensation and it goes everywhere. So, and I don't even have a couch. Like, I live in my bed. Like, so if I'm not out and about doing stuff, or if I'm not sitting at my desk, like, I'm in bed, right? But I treat my bed like a couch. There's like hundreds of pillows and cushions, and I have my whole setup, you know. It's just better. Like, sitting really hurts me. When I sit for too long, my hips try to displace. They try to go like that. And you're just like, well, this sucks. So yeah. But like, this is the kind of reason why I want to talk about stuff. Because how many of you think to yourself, you know, like if you need to take a rest day, how many of you struggle with the guilt of it? You know, the guilt of the society's like imprint on it of you can't stay in your bed all day. Why not? Like, what if you need to? That's kind of how I look at it. That's as far as I look into it. Like, yeah, you can totally stay in your bed and not feel guilty about it. Feel good about it because it means you know how to self-care. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, yeah, now I've got my teeth. I'm way more keen to do videos. And this was always going to be a vlog, really. The research I've done into what I want to do, so like podcasts, YouTube stuff, etc., running, you know, lessons online, stuff like that. Yeah, all the stuff that I want to do is all kind of happening, and it's really cool. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go because I am really tired now. I went swimming this morning as well, for the first time in ages, it felt like. Still on antibiotics. Shit, I probably missed like a dose of that or two. It's so hard. Do you not think it's so hard to have to take medication 4 times a day on an empty stomach? So you have to have it 1 hour before food or 2 hours after. That just confuses the shit out of my head. So I'm finding it really difficult to do, but I'm just doing my best, you know. Like, I never like to take antibiotics, honestly, but you have to sometimes. I don't know if I've mentioned it on here, but I meant to. I had a total freak out. I thought I had sepsis. And I just panicked. It just was like blind panic, you know, that way. And I was like, fuck, you know. But I think like these things come up for me sometimes and I freak out, but the freak outs are like way more manageable. And I think it's like you have to acknowledge, right, when you have a freak out for whatever reason, you know. And that can mean to you whatever you want it to mean, you know. Like, I know, like, it's a level of somewhere I don't want to go for me, right? So I'm always constantly trying to work on ways of not having to go there, right? Or when I do go there, because it's going to happen, I know the way my life is, it's going to happen. That's not doom thinking at all. That's realism for me, 100%. I'm going to do a separate video about that, though. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just wanted to say thanks for being here, guys. And please invite people to the page if you think that they'll get something out of it. Now there's a bit more on it, do you know what I mean? You can get a bit more of an idea, I think. Please also, if you've got any suggestions or advice for like something that might be missing off the page, like that I don't, something I'm not explaining, but I'm talking about, right? Any feedback is super positive. Just private message me on the Chill on Butte page, this page. If you're not sure how Facebook's all about, sometimes people don't use Facebook, I get that, so just give me a shout if there's anything you need to know. I can take a picture of the invite page and like show you how to get there and stuff, to do a little tutorial. I'm trying to do tutorials just now because I'm trying to get good at them. So I'm kind of thinking of all the opportunities to make tutorials and just making little sort of starter ones. Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I'm finding the balance a bit hard. Today's been perfect. Today's been the way my life I would want it to be every day. But I understand that it won't be. So yeah, it is what it is. Find the joy. So I went and sang and I found the joy. And I made a little bit of money, which is awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm always really blown away because it seems so weird doing it online. Like, I love busking because it feels very organic. You're earning whilst you're singing. It's the best feeling ever. Totally love it. And outdoor busking is something that I can still do. I can still teach and mentor and coach in that field because it's outside. So I'm quite excited about spring and the summer because I'm going to be inviting people over to do busks with me. And yeah, be really cool. Obviously, like if you live far away, I'm kind of talking about more like the Glasgow law or the Ayrshire law, or do you know what I mean? Like people who are nearby or don't mind travelling, obviously. I can like signpoint you to accommodation. I used to run retreats over here. So yeah, like it generally costs about 20 quid return for your travel, I think, for like the ferry and the train. If you've got a car, it's going to cost you like a lot more. It's like 30 quid more or something. Fucked up, but what can you do? I very, very, very rarely leave the island. I try to never leave it, and I'll tell you why. When I go off this island and I get back into the real world, my body just starts shutting down, literally, on a cellular level. My mast cells just are like, whoa, what the fuck? And then they just all go mental, and you're just like, whoa. And so your mast cells are the things that kind of are the gatekeepers to like your organs and stuff like that. So they're everywhere. And what they do is when you have an infection or something, like they sense, you know, they know that there's bad shit trying to get through. They're like, whoa, you shall not pass, right? But when you have mast cell activation syndrome, MCAS for short, they just decide to go tits whenever they want, really. It's insane. And they do it on varying levels. Mine isn't as bad as some people's, like, you know, people are really struggling out there with it. And interestingly enough, COVID. So serious COVID or long COVID is now, I think, pretty widely accepted that it's basically MCAS. So it makes all the sense. I feel like I've got COVID all the time, like in a lot of ways, because yeah. And so they're saying that basically COVID affects the mast cells, which gives you MCAS, and that's what long COVID is, which is a bit mental. It's also why I haven't been able to get vaccinated. Should I have wanted to or not? Let's not go into that here. You know? But yeah, so I'm shielding still, pretty much. But it's fine. It's all good. Just learn how to love life this way. It's a bit weird, but you have to, don't you? So anyway, shit, where are we? 17 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay, well, thanks, guys. And this is the second vlog with teeth. And yeah, I'm going to go rest up. Okay. Peace out, guys. Bye.